Hello students. In the last class we discussed about functions, meaning of demand and functions of demand. Today we are going to learn about you can say law of demand, what is law of demand, and we'll understand with the help of schedule and diagram of law of demand. Students, this question, the law of demand and schedule of law of demand is the most important question of your whole chapter. This question will be repeated again and again. In your first term also you'll have this question, what is demand, explain with the help of schedule diagram. In second term also, in third term also. So I want all of you to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, you can do it very easily. You don't have to mug up, you don't have to learn the values, you have to just understand the concept and you can make your own values and explain the concept. Okay, so let us start with it. Okay students, so in the last class we discussed about the factors that affect demand. Factors affecting demand, just a second. Factors affecting demand, that was a topic of the last class. If you understood those factors very properly, then only you will be able to understand the demand function. So if you have any doubt, just go and rewatch that video, then watch this video, or else you may call me if you have any difficulty. Fine. So we are going to study today, we are going to study about factors that demand function, which is given on page number 22 of your textbook. आपकी textbook के page number 22 पे दिया है. So if you are not having textbook, pause the video and first take the textbook and then start the video. Now you can say demand function, it is a mathematical you can say relationship between demand and supply. It is a mathematical relationship. मतलब जो factors of demand हमने जो आपने देखे थे उसको mathematical equation में we put it so that we can find out the relation between demand and all other factors. ठीक है, डिमांड का all other factors के साथ में क्या relation है, that we find out with the help of your demand function. In your textbook you just study the theory. In CBSE textbook you study the theory as well as practical questions of demand function. ये जो function है उसकी value रख के you have to find out the you can say value of demand, percentage of demand, change in demand and everything. But we will study only the theoretical part. Okay, so let us move further. Demand function की हम बात करें तो demand function is your dx is equal to f into bracket px into py, px comma py pe ty u. It is a combination of all these things. Now what do you understand by each and every you can say symbol? dx means your demand of x commodity. मतलब जो x commodity की demand है, that is we are finding out over here. F is your function notion, px is your price of commodity x. ये क्या है? Price of x commodity. Then py is your price of related commodity. Price of y commodity. अगर x से related जो y commodity होगी उस commodity की, like for example tea है तो coffee, that is your you can say substitute goods, या फिर bread and butter, that will be your complementary goods, so that is included over here. Next is your px हो गया, py हो गया, pe is your expectation for future prices. ठीक है, pe का मतलब क्या होता है? expectation of future prices which you expect to increase or decrease in future. T includes taste and preference. Taste and preference of whom? Taste and preference of consumers, that is included here. Y is your consumer income. Y का मतलब क्या है? आपकी consumer income. And U is your other factors. So all these things are, when we combine all these things, all the factors of demand, then we get the relationship of price and you can say demand, and this is used for calculating as a calculation for different purposes or different assumptions or expectation. Okay, let us move further with law of demand. Your point number 3.4 in your textbook, that is your law of demand, which is very important, which is given by Alfred Marshall. Now what was Alfred Marshall's you can say assumption about demand? That when all other factors, now what are the all other factors जो हमने अभी डिमांड फंक्शन में देखा, तो जो px है, प्राइस ऑफ x कमोडिटी, ये है, इट इज़ मूविंग, ठीक है, ये जो आपका पॉइंट है ये मूव कर रहा है. ऑल अदर फैक्टर्स, सॉरी, all other factors, that is py, pe, t, y, u and other factors are constant. ठीक है, ये सारे फैक्टर्स क्या है, कांस्टेंट है, ओनली px is movable. ठीक है, so when all other factors remain constant, the demand remains unchanged, and demand remains unchanged, then at that time if the price, if the goods falls, अगर किस price of the goods, that is price, when price decreases, at that time the demand expands. ठीक है, जब प्राइस डिक्रीज होगी तब डिमांड बढ़ेगी, एंड व्हेन द डिमांड एक्सपांड्स एंड डिमांड एक्सपांड, एंड इफ द प्राइस राइजेस इट्स डिमांड्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, मतलब व्हेन द प्राइस राइजेस देन द डिमांड विल गो डाउन. ठीक है, दिस इज योर लॉ ऑफ डिमांड. प्राइस इंक्रीजेस, डिमांड डिक्रीजेस, प्राइस डिक्रीजेस, डिमांड इंक्रीजेस. क्लियर विद दिस? Okay, let us move further. What are the assumptions of law of demand? ये जो law है, each and every law is you can say made on some assumptions, and जो उसके assumptions है ना, वो ही future में उसके exceptions बन जाएंगे. कि भाई आपने assume किया वही exception है, कि ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है. हमने assume किया, for example मैंने assume किया कि price is constant, है ना, but the price may not be constant, price changes in the economy, it may go up or down. ठीक है, या फिर मैं ऐसा बोलते डिमांड इज कांस्टेंट, डिमांड चेंज नहीं हो रही, दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल. सो फर्स्ट वी विल अंडरस्टैंड द अजम्पशंस, और जो अजम्पशंस है वही फ्यूचर में एग्जम्पशंस बन जाएंगे. हाउ? लेट अस सी, लेट अस मूव फर्दर. अजम्पशंस क्या है आपका? सबसे पहला कि दैट टेस्ट एंड प्रेफरेंस ऑफ कंज्यूमर्स आर कांस्टेंट. जो हमारा टेस्ट एंड प्रेफरेंस है कंज्यूमर्स के, वो कांस्टेंट है, इट इज़ नॉट चेंज्ड, इट इज़ अनचेंज्ड. वो क्या है? अनचेंज्ड है. ठीक है, दिस इज योर फर्स्ट अजम्पशन. सेकेंड इज इनकम ऑफ द कंज्यूमर इज कांस्टेंट, दैट इज इनकम इज ऑल्सो अनचेंज्ड. दिस इज योर सेकेंड, यू कैन से, assumption. Third is price of both substitute और complementary goods. Substitute पूरा लिख देती हूँ. Substitute और complementary goods both are unchanged or they are constant. ठीक है, यानी सारे points except you can say price of the X commodity is constant. Next is future expectation about price is constant. वो भी क्या है? फ्यूचर एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ प्राइस इज ऑल्सो कॉन्स्टेंट. क्लियर? एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, इट वुड बी पॉपुलेशन इज कॉन्स्टेंट. अब आप खुद बताइए कि हाउ ऑन अर्थ इट इज़ पॉसिबल दैट ऑल द फैक्टर्स अदर देन प्राइस रिमेन कॉन्स्टेंट. सो एज आई टोल्ड यू, द एजम्पशंस विल बिकम एक्सेप्शंस इन फ्यूचर. ठीक है, ओके, लेट अस मूव फर्दर. assumptions हो गया. Now we'll move on to the, I hope all of you are getting my point. We'll move on to the explanation of your you can say demand function with the help of schedule and diagram. Now जो schedule है, आप you can take any price, like for example I can take price as 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, या फिर मैं उसको प्राइस को ले सकती हूँ 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. It is my wish. You can take any price. But you have to remember one simple thing. When the price is highest, the demand should be lowest. And when the price is lowest, the demand should be highest. How? एक simple बताती हूँ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy? Easy peasy. You can take any number. ये मैं 100 भी कर सकती हूँ. Sorry, I made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the price is 5, at that time the demand should be lowest. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry students, इससे पहले मैंने जो बनाया था वो गलत था. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. ठीक है. So what happens here, when the price is lowest, at that time your demand is highest, and when the price is highest, at that time your demand is, when price is again I made a mistake. See, when price is highest, at that time the demand would be lowest. Got my point? So whenever you are making a schedule in your examination, you can use any numbers. Only thing you need to remember is, when the price is lowest, demand should be highest. Price is highest, demand should be lowest. अगर मैं यहाँ पर for example ऐसा लिखूँ 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, तो here I would write down 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Got my point? See, price is lowest, demand is highest. Price is highest, demand is lowest. Okay, easy. Okay, let us move further. So don't copy from the textbook. Try to do it on yourself or by yourself. अगर जब ये क्वेश्चन लिखो तो अपना खुद का शेड्यूल और डायग्राम बनाना. Okay, let us move further. Diagram. Okay, so for diagram, first of all, let me take the brush and okay. अभी हमें होमवर्क नहीं देखना है. So again I will take the brush down. Okay. So let us see. जो भी आपने वैल्यू रखी थी, मैं वैल्यू रख लेती हूँ 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. तो अगेन ऑन एक्स एक्सिस ऑलवेज यू विल हैव डिमांड, ऑन वाई एक्सिस यू विल ऑलवेज पुट प्राइस डायग्राम में, एंड यू कैन टेक योर ओन स्केल. आई एम टेकिंग माई शेड्यूल एज 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. ओके, सो over here let me write the value 1 2 3 4 5. Here also 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, and here it would be 0. Should I change the pen? Cancel. Okay. I need to change the colors. Okay. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now what you have to do is, suppose when the price was 1, at that time, अगर मैं अपने शेड्यूल में देखूँ, at that time when price was 1, at that time my demand was something like 5. When price was 2, my demand was 4. When price was 3, my demand was 3. When price was 4, my demand was you can say 2. When price was 5, my demand was lowest, that is 1. So this proves that when the price it makes, अगर हम इसमें देखें तो आपके पास में कैसा बनेगा, you will have a negative curve moving from upward to downward. ये ऊपर से लेके नीचे की तरफ कर्व आएगा, which is a negative curve. Why we have a negative curve? Because law of demand says that when the price increases, demand decreases, price decreases, demand increases. So with वो जो लॉ ऑफ डिमांड है उसको हमने प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट किया विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर शेड्यूल एंड डायग्राम. ये हमने आपके चैप्टर 1 में भी पढ़ा था. वी स्टडीड अबाउट दिस इन योर चैप्टर नंबर 1, where we studied such की how we can analyze. तो we can analyze with the help of schedule as well as with the help of diagram. तो ये आपके पास में लाइव एक एग्जाम्पल हो गया. Clear with this? So let us move forward and see today's homework. Today's your homework would be what is the law of demand? Explain with the help of schedule and diagram. Explain the concept of demand with the help of demand function, and explain the assumptions of law of demand. This many 3 points we have completed today. So I want all of you to write these things in your notebook. Okay, I hope all of you will complete your homework. Most of you are quite regular. I appreciate your efforts. So I want all of you to stay home, stay safe. Goodbye for now, students.